Hello, all you coin collectors out there, and welcome to DC Coin World International Coin Channel. Today we have a small collection of Australian 50-cent coins. And if we look across the top, we can see three different portraits of Queen Elizabeth. And if we look across the bottom, we can see three different backs or reverses on these coins. So let's talk a little bit about the history of the Australian coins. And let's start with this coin here. And this, as of course most of you know, is the Australian 50-cent coin that was made between 1969 and 1984. It's the second portrait of Queen Elizabeth, the so-called Arnold Machen portrait or engraving. It says Elizabeth II here, Australia here, 1976. Now, I should tell you that there is a very valuable Australian 50-cent coin, and you don't see it much. And that's because when they first made the Australian 50-cent coin, they made it out of silver. And they made it in 1966 only, and it was 80% silver, and it was round. So it had this design on the back, the famous Stuart Devlin Australian coat of arms design, but it was a round coin. So if you see a 50-cent round coin, it's not a fake. It's a very valuable coin, really. 80% silver, so the silver value alone is over $5. And if you look on Numista, it has a relatively high rarity index. High for Australian coins. They did make 36.5 million of the silver variety in 1966, but apparently it cost more to make them than they were worth. And so in 67 and 68 they did not make them, and then in 1969 they came out with this, what they call the dodecagonal one, and this is that coin. If we look at this coin, we see that there's an emu and a kangaroo. We have the Australian coat of arms, and with the 6 sections here, kind of the crowned coat of arms with the star on top. And then there's a 50 at the bottom, and way, way down deep in here, if we look just right, we can see an S and a D right there. And that S and a D are for Stuart Devlin, who was the engraver slash designer or sculptor of these coins. Sometimes they have different words for it. Yeah, but you can see the SC, and we'll see it better on some of the newer coins. So this was the 1976 we're looking at here, and in 1976 they made about 27.28 million of this coin, and they also made about 21,000 proof sets, and they made an uncirculated year set. So if you want to collect these coins and want it to have some value for the 76, you're going to have to try to look for the proof year set or the uncirculated year set. Those will have value, but this one is probably worth, well, this one's worth almost $2 probably to a collector. Probably not $2 to a dealer, but $2 to a collector. What are some of the other ones here? Well, we have this one from 1987. And again, if we look at it, we see it's the same front, it's dodecagonal, but it has the Commonwealth Games Brisbane on it. And you see over here it says the 12th Commonwealth Games Brisbane, 50 cents, and it has all the different sports on that. And we've done a video on this one, so I'm just going to go over it very basically. You see that it has the map of Australia underneath with the star here, over here, and in all the different sports from, essentially rugby, archery, swimming, cycling, on and on, shooting. And if you look at our other video, you can see all of these. So this is the 1987 version. Now, I should also say that they probably made about 50 different varieties of these. And so you'll find, let me see if we can find another one. This one here is the discovery of the Bass Strait, and you can see it has George Bass over here, and it has Matthew Flinders over here. The 50 here, and there's the two of them. Here's Australia, and then, of course, the Bass Strait is between Australia and the island here, and that Bass Strait one is not too rare at all, and it came out in 1998. And this is a Vladimir Gottwald design. So this is the 1988. We have another one here. This is the I should show you. Between 1982 and 1990s, we changed the portrait of the Queen. So this particular portrait is the third portrait of Queen Elizabeth, and you see it's pretty much the same kind of thing. It says Elizabeth II, Australia, and then the year, except that this is the newer portrait. But on the back of these, this one has just the regular coat of arms back from 1996, and this one has the Bass Strait back. Next, we have the 1978, and again the 1978, same back, the coat of arms back. And finally we have the 2006, and these are hard to illuminate. Now, the coins from 1969 to the present are all 75% copper, 25% nickel. But I'm not sure. It seems like the later coins have been either a lot more polished, or they have done them in a different manner. And so if you look at these, they're very hard to kind of get so you can actually see them. And of course, this is the fourth portrait of Queen Elizabeth, Australia 2006. And on the back again, they reverted to the coat of arms with the emu and the kangaroo. What are some of the other ones that they made? Well, they made the Australian bicentenary. They made the 25th anniversary of the decimal currency with a ram's head on it in 1991. They have the United Nations one from 94, the 50th anniversary of World War II in 95, the millennium, or the year 2000, in the year 2000, the visit of Queen Elizabeth in the year 2000. They actually made 5.1 million 50-cent coins to commemorate Queen Elizabeth II's visit to Australia. They have the Centenary of the Federation, and for that they made 9 coins for the Centenary of the Federation in 2001. 2002, they had the Year of the Outback, and it has a windmill on the back. That's a great coin. 2003, Australia's Volunteers. 2004 is a good one. If you're looking for an Australian coin, find that 2004. It has the koala bears on the back. It was a primary school design competition winner, John Serrano, and they made 10.2 million of these, essentially a child's coin design in 2004. 2005, they did the 60th anniversary of World War II. 2005, they also did the secondary school Commonwealth Games with sports on them. 2010, they did Australia Day. 2014, they did the 50th anniversary of the Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander series, the AIATSIS. 2016, they did the 50th anniversary of decimal currency, which actually has the ram's head in the prior, the 10th anniversary coin kind of on it. 2017, they did the 50th anniversary of the Mabo decision, the 67 referendum, and the 25th anniversary of the Mabo decision. And then in 2019, they did an AIATSIS Indigenous language coin, which is just interesting and a very modern design. and very nice looking. Look for that 2009 AIATSIS. If you're interested in trying to find these, go to ramint.gov.au, royalaustralianmint.gov.australia, and you'll be able to see some of these coins. So once again, let's kind of go through them. We have the different queens. We have the vast straits. There's the 3 queen portraits. We have the Games portrait from Brisbane, the Commonwealth Games. And then again we have another 1976 second portrait of Queen Elizabeth wearing the Girls of Great Britain and Ireland tiara. All right, that's all we have today. We'd love to have you leave a comment in our comment section, and we would also love to have you subscribe to our channel if you have not done so yet. Have a great day from DC Coin World International Coin Channel.